Good morning from Kansas, everybody. It's New Year's Eve day. It is 6:30 in the morning and 9 degrees out here in Kansas. So, I have called around to a couple of these RV shops here in Kansas, and one place, when I told them what type of who the manufacturer was of my Class B RV, they basically said they couldn't help me. I'm not going to mention the names of the shops that I called, but here in the general area there's about 4 shops. That's including there's one in Hutchinson. They actually said they might be able to help me, and I'm still kind of iffy on it because they don't have very many good reviews on Google. So I decided to take a leap of faith and reach out to a YouTuber. He's a friend of Nomadic Fanatics down there in Florida. I reached out to him in the comment section. He actually replied back to me. So I'm just deciding right now, should I reach out even more to this guy and see if I can get the Class B down to Florida. We'd make a trip up to Colorado, and then it'd probably be the middle of April or close to May by the time we got down into Florida where he's located, because if we're going to go down south, I want to stop in Georgia and see my aunt and my uncle and catch up for a couple of days. And there's a national forest that we can, close to where they live, where we can camp at. And plus we're going to have a tow vehicle, well, actually a follow vehicle with us. That way, if I'm just trying to cover all the bases since we're going to be on the road for a while, is to make sure we always have a backup vehicle. Something goes wrong with that backup vehicle, then we'll have the money on us on the road to be able to get a rental. So, but back to, for some reason, when can I make these calls to these RV shops when, I'm like, okay, well, I can bring it into you guys, tomorrow. Oh, no. It's going to be, 3 weeks from today, or it's going to be a month and a half before we can get your RV in the shop, and blah, blah, blah. And I drive by these places. One's in Andover, one's in Augusta. I haven't gone out to Hutchinson because that's about a 30-minute drive for me. And they're not really doing anything. There's no vehicles, because people here in Kansas, it gets 9 degrees out. Nobody's out at the lakes camping. And, that's what we do around here in Kansas, is people take their RVs out to the lake and they go camping, Me, I haven't. We go out tent camping. But now we have this RV. I want to make sure the generator's working on it. I want to make sure that I know during the winter, can't really make sure that the water pump, the hot water heater in the back is working. But if I take it down to Florida where it's warm, I'm pretty sure this guy can make sure everything's working on it. And this is, I guess, like buying your first car without the help of your parents or knowing what to look for. Bought my first RV, already dealt with the dry rot and the water damage up top, and now it's either I do things fast paced. That's how I've always been. Even now that I'm older, I'm in my early 40s, I gotta get everything done, get it done as quick as possible, get it done right. Well, that's how I cooked when I was a chef. So now on this RV, I'm like, okay, we have until April 1st. We got to get everything done. Everything has to be right, or I need to find alternatives for when we're on the road. Because my wife's going to be with me, so I've got to make sure we have hot water. If we're out in the middle of nowhere, we, have a way to take showers, have a way to wash our dishes. Got to make sure we have a backup generator. Got to make sure that we have, a battery charger in case our batteries go down. We're out in the middle of nowhere in Colorado. I got to make sure that we're ready. we're on the road. You know, I know this nomadic lifestyle and van life is nothing new. I mean, my parents and aunt and uncle, they probably had friends back in the day that throw stuff in a van, go on a freaking road trip for 4 or 5 months. And that was back before YouTube or Instagram or any of this, you know. People have been doing this for a long time. There's actually converted old GMC buses in this area for sale. That is what I first looked at before I got into looking at vans, because I was like, okay, an old GMC pusher is going to be a lot more expensive to maintain than a freaking older Class B is. That's why I went with the Class B instead of doing a schoolie or getting a big huge conversion bus. Eventually we'll probably move to a Class C, but it is what it is. Right now we're starting out. This is our first RV. Now the thing is to get everything working on it right, and if I can't do that, I gotta figure out alternative. Get a hot water shower, or, you know, solar shower. I'm looking into those. Get another generator. I'm looking into those. And, you know, while we're out on the road, I want to put out good content, so I'm looking into cameras also. I'm looking into, like, all this stuff. I'm doing research, you know, constantly. You know, I got to update our laptop. We have a laptop. I need to put editing, you know, programming on it so I can edit videos from a camera that I got. And the one I'm looking at is the same one that Into the Mystery has, and that's like a $3,000 freaking camera, man. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I can do YouTube on my phone, but I want to make it better for people out there watching, especially my aunt and my uncle. I know that my uncle's traveled a lot in his life through being in the Army, but I also want to show places maybe he, you know, show him places maybe he hasn't been. Like, we're going to go up in the Colorado Rockies. We're going to go to Utah. But the way this trip is looking now, instead of going to the Pacific Northwest, we might be booking it down to Florida. Anyway, this is, you know, kind of turned into a ramble. You know, it's New Year's Day. I'm still working on stuff from 2017. I will be up into 2018. But hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's warm and safe and had good holiday season with your family. And I probably won't make another video for a little bit longer. I'm working on stuff for the van still. Hope you guys are doing great. Bye.